Reconnect. I've run out of batteries on me now. At least they've got that sorted. It's 2347. Cabina Drummer is the XO aboard the Artemis. Supplies are dwindling, morale is low. Apparently this and the captain of the Artemis is about to learn the consequences of failing a crew in the belts. So yeah, apparently this has very significant... This has severe consequences that apparently make a big difference to the story. Apparently, the belt sounds apparently episode 4 and 5 are going to be very different depending on the choices you make. So, actual consequences to this that will affect the gameplay. So, you know, it's like designed to have multiple playthroughs or, you know, watch other people play it. Have we immediately got a decision right at the start? Do we jettison him or not? Straight away. No! Consequences. Maybe I don't get a choice in that. But that would be pretty interesting if, like, straight off the bat, do you want to jettison this guy that you know nothing about, or do you want to save his life? That would have been a pretty clever, immediate judgment call. But, you know, maybe you find things out later. 8 hours early. Oh, we're going to play and make the decision at the end.
What are we
We're going to
celebrating?
find out the information.
Our last mission.
I've heard that before.
Yes, our very last mission.
This is the one. By the end of the day, all of us are going to be
Rich.
fucking rich, but mostly
That's the
you
wrong
and me.
game's name. That's a very dark rum. That ship is in a bit of a state.
It's another wreck.
It's not just
But
any
it's
wreck.
got salvage though, right?
The UNN Shinabi dropped off the map less than a week ago. No distress call.
And the
Those
back end
UNN
looks pretty
freaks
good
never
condition.
Come out this far unless they're carrying something special.
Aren't you one of those UNN pricks?
Easy. If I'm still one of those UNN pricks, then you're still an OPA traitor with Anderson Dawes' bounty on your head. But the past is the past.
The past is the past. Why didn't you take it? The bounty.
Probably didn't pay
I knew
enough.
you were worth more. Anybody who could piss off
Yeah.
someone that dangerous must be pretty fucking valuable.
So he gets close to it to maybe extort her for more. Anyone could piss off doors. You don't own me. You don't own me.
Don't make the same mistake he did. I work for you, but you don't own me.
Believe me, I'm well aware.
Just want to make sure you're not having second thoughts about our deal.
No, come on. We're equal partners. We pay the crew, the costs, and the overhead. The rest is 50-50.
Sounds fair enough.
We've got a good thing going here. Nobody fucks with you, which means nobody fucks with me.
And if it all goes south,
Hell,
he claims the bounty on
this
our
score
heads
is what I
because
think
he's
it
got
could
close
be.
to us.
You've got the deal of the century. Now drink.
Why is his bright orange like Lucasade and ours was black? I don't trust that yours is Lucasade and mine is
I'll
black.
toast you when I've got my fortune.
Like literally, he's
Suit
got
yourself.
Lucasade, so it's supposedly the
I'll
same
keep it waiting for
bottle.
when you return.
I don't think so. You've got bright orange Lucasade, I've got black as ink rum. And that was supposedly out of the same bottle. You want me to drink that? I think not.
Time to
I
rally
mean,
the
yes,
crew
it would be
for
like, you
Cox's
know,
latest
proof
flash
that we've,
information. I should
you know,
start by briefing Khan.
put aside our differences. But I don't trust the fact that your drink was completely different colour to mine. Okay, if we get lost, we can put a directional marker to ping. I'm just looking around. I'm not lost. I'm just admiring the sights. Crew? No one seems to be at their posts. Should we be concerned about that? Maybe we've got a skeleton crew. Or maybe they're all on break.
Khan, New orders from the captain.
I know. He already sent me the coordinates.
Captain thinks that this could be...
Last score we'll ever need. Haul of a century. I got the pep talk from him.
What's our ETA?
It depends
On what?
on how long you plan to waste my time.
All day.
Oh,
She don't
dear.
have a lot of
I
time.
made the lackey upset. Forgive
We're meant
me.
to be equal partners, not lackey.
Fashang Fong. You will bet. I'll break through to you eventually.
You want to braid somebody's hair? Go find Maya. I'm busy. We're nearly there. The debris field is massive. It'll take me a minute to navigate. Somebody blew that ship to hell and back.
And it looks in better state than the picture.
Check the command
It looks more like someone crashed into the side of it from there, though.
I assume this is Khan's husband.
Wow.
He's the happiest I've ever seen him.
Her husband's a lot younger than her. I mean, you know, fair
She's
play.
been chewing on that same cigar for weeks.
And if she can't get any others while she's in space, you blame, you know, for, like, extending the use of it. And, you know, if it's a habit, rather than actually smoking a new cigar, it's better that she just, you know, keeps sucking on that unlit one.
Wouldn't want to do a high G burn at one of these. It's bad enough with the juice and the cushy chair. As the XO, it's my job to make sure the ship and its crew are in order. I keep a log on the ship and on our scavenge missions.
Okay, so we got some logs, brief the twins, brief Virgil. Okay. I mean, the tutorial thing came up as I was changing the page. Didn't actually get to read what you were trying to tell me there. Kamina Drummer. Okay, the crew. Right, so Captain Garrison Cox, Executive Officer, Kamina. Okay, so we're the XO, as they said. The pilot, it's Charm, then Medic, Virgil Marks, Maya Castillo, Engineer, Alan Morozov and Ryan Morozov. Are they red shirts? Gunnery
Haven't had
station.
to shoot much, but we keep the PDCs fully stocked. Just in case.
I mean, you know, if you might need to shoot someone, it doesn't hurt to have them fully loaded at all times, especially if you are maybe criminals.
Time to find
Which
the rest of the crew.
salvages? Okay, so we can run.
Arlen said he put all this away. What was it, 3 days ago? Lazy jetman.
So we might need to be running somewhere urgently, so it's good to learn how to run.
Ship's diagnostics always come back good. The Artemis isn't much to look at, but she's built to last.
I mean, as long as it doesn't fall apart, right? Boom, boom, boom. I mean, these screens might be important. Captain's
Of
office.
course, Cox needs to get his beauty rest before he gets back to work, doing absolutely nothing.
I mean, he doesn't seem to have a bed in there, but, you know, his office. The captain needs his office, right? So she said we're equal in this. You know, if he's to be believed. Okay, so we've prepped the airlock for not launching someone out of it later. At all.
I used to suit up in the prep room with everyone. But I've seen Arlen's and Rayan's asses enough for one lifetime. Now, I keep my back suit in my room.
Gets they can see them all naked, so we keep our... Plus it's good to keep it separate if you don't trust the rest of the crew, you know? Like, they can't sabotage your airlock gear. Your also has... Okay, so that pings brief vigil and the other one's probably in another direction. I mean... now that we see the sprawling decks, are you surprised, right, Medbay? Are you surprised that you might be able to get
Maya has
lost?
a plan for this meditation session. She's going to bring her makeup kit and wait until Virgil gets into a deep trance, then go to town on him. I may have to watch.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she's just gonna wait until he's very asleep and then put makeup on him. Interesting.
Virgil. Virgil.
Exo drummer.
Usually medics only know enough to plug that thing in and rig up the morphine dispenser.
Well, I took a course in autodoc repair during my residency. Useful for work
Smart.
outside the medical system. It's been giving me abnormal readings since series, but I finally know why. The laser crystal's badly occluded.
Nobody loves ambient occlusion. Yeah, that thing's rude.
This looks like the kind of job that Maya would kill for.
While Miss Castillo can no doubt install a new crystal, I'm afraid we'll need a new one first.
Yeah, it was snapped in half.
I can only imagine the ancient welding equipment the captain dug this stone out of. But we'll need a high-quality gem for surgical work. I assume you didn't come in.
Yeah, one that's not rounded at the edges. I mean, it probably did its job, but got it melted down, right?
What is it this time? El Dorado? The Fountain of Youth? Let me guess. The Falcon Horde of Venus?
The Falcon Horde of Venus, yes.
The UNN Urshanabi. Cap believes there's something valuable on board.
It's got a horde on it.
Something special.
Do we want to invite that kind of attention?
Too late, we're already there, you know.
Fine. In and out.
Tension's already gathered.
I'll monitor any data you send back, and I'll be here to patch anyone up, should it come to that.
You do that. Also, he's wearing the white, you know, I'm a medic colours, like, literally.
Where do I look for a replacement crystal?
Aside from
sure we
medical, high-end navigation or communication systems use them as well.
Is that a terrible
Any other
idea?
medic, and I'd assume he spent the day napping in this. But not this medic.
We're gonna take out the communications array to make a medical chair that might not be important. But it might be important for saving someone's life. But at the same time, the communications array might be important. We got decisions already. Decisions that may literally cost people's lives.
No one on this ship likes to talk about their past. But Virgil is a real mystery. Only Cox knows his deal, and he's not saying.
Are you suggesting it's on medical records behind that door?
Should I be concerned that our medic thinks we need this many prosthetics? Does he
And
know
it's
something I don't?
better to be safe than sorry. It's better to take off someone's limb than
Cox
them die.
recruited me. A big selling point was the med bay and the medic. Not something you see on most scavenging ships.
Okay, it's got an oxygen unit in the corner. That's probably important to know. Like, if that thing, it wouldn't just be there. It could be just there for show, but at the same time, like, it's out in the open. It's not just air ducts or things. So that means that we might.
Maya has a plan for this meditation
Okay, so
session.
that doesn't
She's going to
have
bring her makeup kit and wait until
stuff in
Virgil
it.
gets into it.
We might need to repair that at some point.
Down on him. I may
Okay,
have to
go
watch.
this way. And then the other stuff might be in the other direction.
I wonder what angry pilot could have written
So whoever
this.
saw my barbecue sauce, I will find you. Well, it's the dangers of living together.
You not
Someone
getting
always
enough
eats your
sleep?
foods.
You need some aqua caca, huh?
Ow! Just let me go. It just fell, okay?
What I tell you?
There's probably his brother.
Tinsha, you stupid prick!
Or twin.
Quit fucking up!
Or clone.
Hey, boss man, make him stop.
Shut it, Tokaka.
Carry on. I'm enjoying the show.
See, Pashanwala? Even EXO agrees.
Okay, okay. For the God, brother.
And again,
Right, got
decisions, even though this
Listen
one
up.
might matter, you will remember that. That seems
fuck
important.
I'm tired of rooting around in the dumpster for that Inya.
Cox promised us a real payday. He said, give me 3 months, and you never have to work again. He said,
He said this the next job. And he the boss man.
Just like Ceres. bossing everyone around. Only this time, no dolls to keep you on the leash, yeah?
Punch him. Yeah, you shut your face.
This isn't Ceres. On the ship, I'm the XO.
You know your place. I let you bully your brother, but I boss man.
I was only fucking with you, Copang.
Yeah, no fucking with me. You remember that. So we balanced it out. Hello, Aki5489. Hello, how are you? You know, we evened it out.
So far, none of
They
the
respect us
biomass
now.
that's gone through this recycler has been a crew member. I consider
So
that
far. So we're gonna be eating crew? That doesn't sound good.
supplies are always tight on long jobs, but we're running low on even the basics now.
I mean, if you're recycling the stuff and there's electrolytes there, I'm sure you're probably going to end up drinking each other's pee at one point. Cabbages.
Nothing like fresh herbs and spices to go with dried kibble.
I mean, as long as you're not having to eat your crew, that's something still.
Arlen is right. That Rayan can't keep his shit from breaking. It only makes my job harder.
Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. We are playing a game where all the consequences really matter, because apparently episodes 4 and 5 will be very different depending on the choices you make, so we're gonna try and keep everyone alive. Try.
Food in the belt is
That
never
looks
fancy,
nasty.
but my stomach still turns when I look at this mush.
What is that? How do they make that from the fresh greenery into disgusting mush? That's quite impressive. Quite impressive, I must say.
ETA 5 minutes, drummer.
Will do, boss man.
Suits up.
Headed back to my room to suit up now.
I mean, I will eventually head back to my room, but in the meantime, I'm looking to see if we can't salvage a crystal for the medbay, because that might be important. We might need that medical stuff, so if I can steal a crystal from something, you know, unimportant, like I really don't want to take it from...
If he doesn't secure that thing before we come out of trust, we'll all be finding pieces in our beds. Again.
Don't really want to take it from the communications array, so if I can steal it from something else,
Told
that'd
him
be
he
better.
couldn't wear OPA symbols for the sake of crew unity. So instead, he
I'm not
just
looking for things like that,
an
sorry.
child.
You know, like, you know, literally your third, fourth thing that you said is, would you like to buy my services? You know, stick around, chat for a while, don't just instantly come in and try to sell your wares. It doesn't go across well. You know, literally no one's gonna want that. And you don't even follow! So, you know,
bet she sniffs
it's
that box
really
before
not
she
the way
goes
to
to
talk to
bed.
people. Okay, so she's got the cigars that she also sniffs, as well as the one that she's chewing on the bridge.
I never thought I'd get along
Snooping in
with
everyone's
Marshall
crew.
Maya hates the MCRN almost as much as I do.
The Martian Congressional Republican Navy has processed your discharge from the Martian Armed Forces. Effective immediately. Dishonorable discharge. Reasons for your discharge include insubordination, 3 counts, dereliction of duty, 2 counts, sharing anti-Martian media, literature or sentiment, and fraternization. The MSRN does not tolerate its disruptive validity within its ranks. Orders to prosper, all citizens must work to serve the Republic and advance the Martian interests. By failing in your duties to Mars, you have impeded the cause in which billions of Martians have dedicated their lives. Well, you know, fraternization amongst work, that's
Maya
pretty
fits in
normal.
well for her first time in the belt, despite whatever philota this book taught her.
Langer, Belter Essentials, low cost docking tips, adults only, errors, top bars, brothels and casinos. A Martian's Guide to the Belt. Well,
Somehow I am not surprised to learn that Maya keeps a copy of our ship's manual by her bedside.
Are we gonna need to know this? Should occur every 8 million kilometers or 10 hours of acceleration. Okay, routine checks. Hotspots above 80%. Blah 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 blah. Section for emergency heat shield carbonization repair. We might need to know that. Okay. Should be no less than 1.25. Okay, we probably need to know that to save someone or even the whole ship. At some point, right? I will read my stuff before we put the vac suits on.
Token of my childhood on series. Each time it gets another crack, it reminds me of that shit heap even more.
Dude, you literally just left chat the instant after you tried to sell your Warzaki. You're like literally not a good human.
Those gave me everything. A job, a purpose, a community.
Every you Kiha, I don't say you Pika. Every you Kiha in the belt will be after you now. Dead or alive, I tell them. Tensha no pasa, Kamina. Right. Get after your ass.
Where are you going to go, Kamina? Huh?
Anywhere but here. With anyone but you.
Hate me all you want. You are many things, Beltaloda, but you are not a traitor. You love your belt. And right now, belt is me.
No longer. He's just trying to use her. Clearly she left him. Boom, boom, boom. And she's not happy about that. Clearly, we're probably going to run into him again, right? Enjoy that very gourmet meal.
I'm busy. You're late.
Oh, she's
Tinkering
doing
and get your
repairs.
helmet. We're about to push off.
Fucking make me.
I don't want to be racist, so I'm just going to make a dumb engineer, mate.
Smart hands. But caca for brains.
Even though she seems smart.
I already beat Arlen's ass today. Guess Virgil can handle one more patient.
Love interest? She seems happy about this. Okay. My broken controller's gonna be problems.
You're big for this.
You'd have to catch me first.
Yeah, she's loving it too much, and you like it too. Let's face it, you like it too.
Cutting thrust.
We want to let her win.
3, 2.
Oh, we're gonna be flying and doing it. Okay, okay. A gravity belt. She's going in for the kiss.
Come on. Let me hear it.
You got me.
Fuck yes. Finally.
Hey!
You were kicking my ass for a minute. I thought you had me again.
That was a good move.
I mean, it wasn't weak and it wasn't really cheap, you know. I don't like either of those options.
Kind of a cheap shot, though.
If it was a cheap shot, I would have smashed your brittle belter bones against the ceiling.
Don't believe everything they taught you in the Martian Navy. My bones are just as strong as yours.
I didn't believe a single thing they taught me at that fascist brainwash factory.
Which we already realized.
That's why I'm here with you, brittle bitches.
Reading her discharge note. Okay, from here
Arlen
the
and
ship
Rain
looks
have begun breaching the airlock
a
off the
bit
bridge.
more screwed.
Once we're in, we are going to...
Holy shit, Io! Usually
Yes,
Io
and
is covered
all
up by
the other
these
moons
dust
of
streams
Mars.
that fire off from its poles after volcanic activity. But it's clear as day.
I It's hard for me to look at these moons without thinking about the Earther research colonies exploiting all the resources on them and giving nothing to the belt.
That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. It's also kind
I
of
usually
sad.
only look for what could kill me out here. But
Don't
it's
know if
nice
you can
getting
see
to
that.
see it through your eyes. Even if they're the eyes of an inner who doesn't know her ass from her oxygen valve.
You mean an inner who pile drived your ass into a ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's head out. Just remember to...
Woohoo!
Well, they're already doing their job, you know.
As I was saying, remember to keep your weight back.
And she landed fine.
Still, not bad for an inner who's barely been in the belt for a month, hey?
Reminds me when Rayanna and I were learning to spacewalk.
One time, he crashed right into the hull and shit his vac suit.
Shut it! Koya! Whoa.
Airlock is open, Exo.
You're still struggling a bit, I guess.
Let's see what we have in here.
Loot. I mean, gonna be the finest of loot, you know, a payday to end all paydays, right? Maybe that's why we're airlocking it, because there was not anything valuable at all. It's probably something just for him and, like, you know, like, you promised us the payday of the century. That's why the whole crew would revolt against him, right? Oh yeah, also, disclosure, I got the key for free, so thank you for that. So we can do a review copy, and we will go over all the episodes when they come out. They're not all out yet, but we're going to play through the whole thing. Okay. Someone's already ransacked it, it looks like. You know, all of the open containers, which is a little suspicious.
Scraps.
Ah! Fuck!
Why did she go wandering off on her own? Dead people. What are those? Oh, it's the heads. I saw the neck cavity thing and I saw it as like a floating alien eye thing. No, it's just... Okay, so everyone got decapitated. This is more than just a ship blowing up.
Just breathe. Keep your head down. It's okay.
Now say puke in your soup, eh? That you won't choke to death on your own sick.
And it's not wrong. So literally everyone said, where are the bodies though? And it's one thing to chop off all the heads and gather them in one room, but where are the bodies?
Whoever put out this welcome gift for us is long gone. And they left behind a big-ass ship that must have some valuables still on it. So get scavenging!
You all have your orders. Hurry up and do your job so we can get back home.
So she's the engineer, you know, surely she could scrap some of things. What I really need to do is not open the bulkhead door. I need to steal that communications crystal for our medbay. From this ship where it will not matter. You know, because if we take it out of this ship that's not ours, it's not going to affect us at all, and we will have a medbay thing.
If I stare at these too long, I might be the one throwing up in my suit.
Now we're just going... I mean, we won't really stare at them. Do you need to play with them? You know, you could have just ducked under them. Now I'm just going to send them all flying everywhere. Just gonna scatter them entirely down the entire room. You know what? We're gonna also actually won't play with them anymore. I was gonna say, actually, you know what? We can go for this side, and then you go this way. out the door. Out. They don't want to go out the door. Okay, is that everything in here that we can interact with? Because I really need this communication crystal. I'm sure that we will find it on this ship.
It's not like the pirates took down some creaky old ship.
Okay, lots of bullet fire. Built by Bush Shipyards. A Leonidas class frigate. And the UNN, you know, they're powerful people, right? Out the door, heads. Come on. Oh, I don't want to go out. Whatever. No fun allowed. You know, send it flying to the other people. If you're lost, press there to ping the way. But what if I go somewhere else? You know, if I go anywhere but the way, we're more likely to find other loot. Okay, no loot in the cargo hold, sadly. I'm determined to find this thing. Quantum processor. Now that is something that sounds
an
like
intact QPU here.
There we go.
Nice find.
I was gonna say that sounds like something worth salvaging. Okay. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That's going to be problematic. Gravity switching puzzles. Okay, so not only is there things that, you know, might just be everywhere, but also we're going to need to walk on the walls and the ceilings, maybe, to find things that we need. Okay. Ooh. Containment vault, that surely has something
oxygen,
in it.
Scrap metal, wiring. If we can use it or sell it, it goes in here.
Okay, so this is where we're gathering the stuff. The electrical wire attached to nothing. But why are they just hanging out like that? Okay, another thing just floating in the air. Right, onto the wall. Is there anything else that I'm missing anywhere? No, okay.
Pirates tore this place apart, but pirates aren't scavengers.
Yeah, they don't necessarily know what they're looking for. We know what the real loot looks like, right? Oh, we can also... Okay. Well, that... we can lift off and float elsewhere to go find even more stuff.
Looks like the crew didn't surrender their heads to the pirates without a fight.
I mean, I'm sure they saw this, right? Do I need to tell them about this?
Keep an eye out for trouble while you're setting up the containment vaults.
You ever cut anybody's head off, Exo? Back when you ran with Dawes?
One time, I cut a man's eyes out when he looked at me funny.
For real?
Sure did. Wore them as earrings the next night.
Basheng Fong.
You know, you can't have them doubting us and our, you know, abilities. Okay, you... Oh, we can attach to the ceiling as well. Okay, that's interesting. To land an aim at the floors and the wall and the ceilings. Okay. Well, then we can just walk on everything, right? Onto the wall, onto the floor. We're probably going to need to float out the door, right? Okay, float out the door. Then we will land again. Because there's something in here. Perhaps. If I can get a good angle to look at it.
Been one hell of a battle here.
Doesn't look like a typical pirate attack to me.
I agree. Maybe they were looking for something big and couldn't find it.
They probably knew about the loot that we're looking for, right?
Makes sense. Especially if they thought other people might come looking.
Could be. The scuttlebutt around the Urshanabi has been pretty loud.
Especially if it's supposed to be the payday of the decade. They must know what they were looking for in here. They probably came looking for the same things that we are, right? Hold left trigger while moving to move vertically, okay. But probably whilst not attached to the floor. Or I could just walk up the wall. More loot?
This looks like a fabricator of some kind. Maybe for material printing? Do we...
Yes! Gimme!
I mean, we want a crystal still, though. I really need to find this crystal somewhere. Right, land on the floor. Come on. I was really hoping we'd find a crystal in there. Also, how have they come this way and not opened the doors? Where did they go?
Time to scavenge.
Drummer, looks like the officers section is still intact. Go check it out.
On it.
You know the military. The brass always hoards the best shit.
Let's hope so.
But I have to make sure that there's no other loot along the way, you know? There could very easily be some hidden secret loot, like out in that section over there, perhaps? Display your landing icon. I guess I need to have checked that beforehand. Did I just miss something over there, the green flashing light?
Clean palladium in this recycler.
Good pull, Drummer. UNN officers always keep a backup water recycler for themselves.
Selfish UNN Nakanje princess. Always looking out for themselves.
Every army in history has been the same way. A lucky few call the shots and reap the rewards. The rest are cannon fodder.
Well, that's the way of war, isn't it? Always, you know, like, you know, you're the frontline infantry or you're the people who get everything. We need to go back to Starship Troopers as well, because there's a new update. I was originally going to play that, but then I got this, and then I was like, well, play this.
Commanders, this is Private.
That's someone's body.
The pirates have asked me to report the following. All crew members,
He seems a bit
except
chill.
those barricaded in the officers' quarters, have been killed or captured. The pirates do not wish to kill anyone else. If you open the gate now and allow them to complete their search, no more lives will be lost. And if you
Except they
do not
killed
comply-
everyone.
Oh God, please don't.
Like, why is his body so casually posed as well? Okay, the UNN, United Nations, blah blah blah.
Map would be helpful if all the pieces were still together. No such luck.
And it's still kind
I
of
did run a
useful
phase
for the
array
bits that
scan.
are intact.
Everything matched the LiDAR, except for one gap in the captain's quarters.
I'll check it out when I get in there.
Arlen and Rayan's experience hauling minerals on Vesta has been a big help, even when they annoyed the hell out of me.
Okay, so they've gathered a lot of stuff already then. Like, you know, the map is still useful for the bits that are intact. You know, just put two and two together. You don't need to be that pedantic. It's like, well, you know, it would have been fine if it hadn't all been torn apart. The crew quarters, the officers' wards. Right, so we are heading in there. Find a new laser crystal optional. I knew we would need that. So let's look at everything.
Skinnies. Bigoted asshole. He still didn't deserve to die like this.
Tess, we're being boarded. Don't know how they got past our scanners, but came out of nowhere. Kept abandoning our surrender. As if we'd ever surrender a bunch of fucking skinnies. Lost contact with the rest of the ship. We're gonna set a barricade and repel them. Fucking savages. A breach in, how the fuck to get pirates and get military DG? Should never come this far from home. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Con. You've been flying a long time. Ever seen anything like this before?
Body.
Nah,
Loot.
but when it comes to pirates, nothing surprises me. They're all monsters.
Sounds personal.
Put it this way. We ever capture one alive? All I need is 10 minutes and my torch blade. The ship would smell like barbecue for weeks.
Hashang.
And this guy seems a bit more realistic because, like, no, don't chop my head off.
Microwave energy gun. Not a bad choice for persuading someone to open a door.
Did they literally microwave someone's head from the inside? That's kind of nasty. It's kind of a horrible way to die, for certain.
Nice find.
Thanks. It appears I have one advantage over the pirates that were here.
What's that?
No gravity.
I know how to look up.
Yeah, how to look upwards. But, you know, surely take the microwave gun as well. But, you know, the other guy that was posed weird, like, you know, he just didn't care. I guess he had given up on life at that point. Maybe they opened the door and he knew that he killed everyone, so he was like, whatever, just do it. Ain't nothing else up there. The side of this room's completely missing. Air filter.
Last time Khan smoked a cigar on the ship, Maya had to spend half the day cleaning out the air filter.
Maybe you can take some bits of it?
Not a lot of particulates in the air filter. Virgil, how long do you think the bodies have been like this? A couple of days?
That's my assumption, after analyzing the footage of the heads and the remnants of the precipitating battle.
What have you noticed about the battle?
Well, nothing about this attack seems random or impulsive, and yet...
Quite clearly.
What was it all for?
Probably the loot that we came for them.
Very odd.
Big thing of the decade. Big thing of medical supplies. There's still some medical supplies. That's literally loot we could salvage. I thought being so clever. How many people are going to go look outside and, you know, find the loot that's outside? Ooh.
OPA graffiti on the outside of the containment vault? How dumb can you get?
Hey, you want to tell me why there's OPA graffiti on our containment vault?
Why not? You used to run things on series. Don't you support the OPA?
The OPA has a lot of enemies. And you just stuck their symbol where anyone can see it. You think that's smart?
No. That draws attention to you.
She's got you there, Baratna.
Yeah, fine. But I'd rather be brave than smart.
We know. Just paint it over.
Yes, partner brother. Baratna.
Did you just... That was a pressure-sensitive panel. It must be connected to... Quick! Get away from there!
Hashang, what?
Combustion in 5, 4, 3, 2...
It was red explosive.
Oh my god. I wish I could see your face right now.
I hope you're very proud of yourself.
I'm gonna be honest. I really am.
You got me. You got me. You know, big red explosive barrel. I was like, that's gonna explode. You got me. Okay, well we are now I've flown way from where we're supposed to be to go look for loot. From going from there, you know, like suddenly, like I was eyeing up other bits of the ship before, but now, you know, you've really sent me away from where I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm supposed to come back here
While
later.
I hunt for valuables, Arlen and Rayan are back there, grabbing every piece of scrap metal they can pry away.
How's the search going?
Not much to find in this sea of caca. You?
Not bad. Got some good salvage here.
Whatever. You got the easy job inside where all the good Folota.
Oh, it must be so hard for you, finding sheets of metal on the hull of a ship.
On this wreck, yeah. So much PTC damage. It's nothing but holes.
Nothing but holes. Yeah. Okay, so... We're getting a little lost here. Right, okay, so... One of these was the way that we came initially. But... Are we finding new bits? Right, okay, this... Going out the things. Like, that is where we... went out the ship before. Is that door... It's very easy to get lost in the vastness of space, right? So that is where we wanted to go, right? Down. I mean, that's where we went in before. And then this is where we launched from before, right? No? I am so lost. Right, so that's the extra. Okay, this is the side one that we were going to go investigate. Okay, so this is the other one that I was curious about. Okay, so is that all that's in here? Was there actually no loot? Because surely there'd be some sort of loot for having gone about this. There's probably more on the outside, right? Although it did suggest that the twins are doing the outsides, and you know, we don't have to worry about that. If there was any loot on the outsides, they're probably going to get it. They're not going to miss it, surely. There's a chance they miss some, but, you know, I think for the most part, they've got the outside covered, is what that was telling me. Okay, the expanse of space. It's very dusty. Okay. We're not going to go check out every part of the outside. There's probably some loot. It's a nice loot. It's like, it's actually really, really pretty game. I'm going to check out this thing that they've graffitied though, right? So they're all salvaging things. There's something out in the distance over there as well. But again, is that just for show, a set piece? I think they've pretty much told us, apart from the fact that we did get something off that pressure sensitive gauge, and we did get a thing about their graffiti, I think it's pretty much telling us there's nothing outside. I'm very curious about this over here though. Okay. It's a bit of a long way to fly, but you know, we gotta check it out. Any loot? Any secret loot? I'm too curious. Leaving the safe area. Okay, so it doesn't want us to fly too far from the ship. It's not safe out there. There's a big hole in the top there. Nothing. We're probably meant to come to that, like, later? Or is this just, you know, an optional thing to check on the outside to get extra stuff? I'm far too curious and interested in finding stuff. Ooh.
The pirates ripped apart this UNN frigate like it was nothing.
I mean, we are finding things to look at, but Doesn't look like there was any sort of loot or anything, unfortunately. But again, you know, if the twins are that good and, you know, their job is to salvage the outside, we should leave them to their job and go back inside and do our job, right? Enough sightseeing in space. We have done enough. Right, let's land. That's not a landable surface. Okay, let's land here. Air filter. We already looked at the air filter. Okay, let's go into the captain's quarters that we were meant to go. Still haven't found this extra crystal. You'd think we would have found something by now. There's a good chance that there's a lot that I'm missing. Very good chance we're missing a lot of important loot.
So, about that. It's a fingerprint lock.
Oh, we're going to need to find the hand.
Find the right hand. An officer.
The Braca.
Good
Perfect.
news. The logs show that there was one out in the crew mess hall. Second Corporal Horowitz.
Alright.
Might be difficult to get his body back to the door, though.
Yeah, probably just chop his hands off, like
Don't
the
need all
pirate
of
chopped
them.
everything off, right? You know, they've already chopped all his head off and everything. Okay. I wonder, does the find a laser crystal show up on the map? I mean, she's not wrong, you know, they've chopped the rest of him up. What does it matter if we literally chop off his hands? Like, it's really not going to make that much of a difference, is it? Considering... So I pressed down on the thing, like, you know, what the down to show the landing thing? I don't... Is he just floating out in space? No. Okay, so you're sending me to another part of another ship again? Right, so... We went inside that bit, and now you want me to go in there? Is this another hole? Maybe it just looked different from the other angle, or maybe this is another section that we hadn't been in.
Europa's Bane. Anyone heard of it?
It's one of Toussaint Zapata's ships.
Again, people graffitiing everywhere.
Should have known.
Who's that?
Latest pirate flavor of the month. Led a mining strike on Europa. Stole a few ships. Now
That's
self-employed as a
captain
full-time
right there.
murdering psychopath.
Stats.
UNN has been giving her a wide berth. If she wanted to take out this ship, it means she had a good reason.
Or she's just a murdering psychopath.
Got it. Thanks. Maya, I'm in the mess hall. Time to find an officer.
I've linked the personnel records to your terminal. Try scanning the bodies and see if you get a match.
He doesn't look so much anymore, but from the cutscene, the one did.
Looks like the crew tried to mount a defense here. For all the good it did.
So this is the door that they were holding shut. I guess they didn't open the door and they ripped the whole ship apart. Maybe they didn't open the door. And they ripped the whole ship apart because of it.
This is awful. Have you ever seen anything like it?
No.
Not even on series?
Not even on series. Hashang.
Check the shoulders. UNN officers have those fancy bars.
Fancy bars?
I know pirates are vicious, but this is...
You hear stories about people who spend too long off station. Go Big Pegal.
Big Pagal? My belter is...
It means really fucking crazy.
This much violence seems pretty Big Pagal to me. Can you hurry up?
Big Psycho, yeah.
Working on it. Another pirate corpse. That makes 2 in here.
Better than none.
You know anything else about this Toussaint? Where she's from?
The thing about murderous rampaging pirates, They tend to be a little mysterious.
Did we find the first one?
I wonder if Toussaint was here herself. Or if she stayed back on the ship like some other
And maybe
captains
it's
I know.
the thing with the backpack written on it was a pirate. Do you have anything else up here? Like... Curious. This is probably the captain, because he's hidden.
That's the one. Poor Arthur.
It doesn't seem to have fancy shoulder things.
Sorry about this.
In the guy's dead, you know.
If he were a belter, he'd be glad that his body was still useful after death. But he was an earther.
He was an earther. Okay, right, so... Anything else? We didn't get to look at you or talk about you. You are interesting as well. But oh well. Don't get caught on the scenery. Come on. I guess if we get caught on the scenery, we can always float away. Really no more loot in here? There's a suspicious lack of the crystal that we need, and we seem to have gone through, apart from the place that we're going. The whole ship.
Rayan!
That doesn't
what's
sound
happening?
good!
An accident. My leg.
Prosthetic leg time?
You're the accident!
Keep holding. I'll be right there.
Drummer, whatever mess he's got himself into, make sure the containment vault is secure. We cannot afford to lose it.
Captain, Rayan's vac suit is...
Not now! Drummer, get your ass over there.
On my way.
I mean... Brian. Oh, they were in here, okay. Albert the guy is probably more important than the loot. His leg definitely be squished.
My leg. Samalo drummer.
Cuts it off. He got plenty of
Hold still.
prosthetics.
We'll see what we can do. What happened?
Unexploded charge, I think. Pirates must have left it behind.
Pashang, you didn't scan first?
Drummer, his suit is punctured and losing pressure. You need to release the vault and patch him now or he could die.
Belay that. That vault has O2, fuel, armaments. We can't afford to lose it.
Nobody dies on my watch. The vault or his leg? Like, we've got prosthetics. Like, my choice would save him by chopping his leg off. Like, that still saves him, right? But what if he needs that leg for later? You're losing the leg, I'm sorry. That was my initial thought, was chop your leg off to save you.
Send
so...
Virgil. No. I'm sorry, Rayan. We're going to have
We
to
got
remove the leg.
prosthetics.
You're crazy.
We need these supplies to survive. I wish there was another choice.
We might need those supplies.
What are you doing?
Lowering the oxygen intake. It's no morphine, but it'll help.
No, drummer. I can't.
I'm sorry.
Be strong, Totaloda.
You heard her, Baratna. Be strong.
He's not dead. It's just a leg. Okay, now we really need to find that crystal to make sure that we definitely are able to keep him alive. That's not going to seal us too much, is it?
Where's Virgil?
He's on his way, but Rayan's stable and his suit is pressurizing. Your patch should hold until he's back on board.
You did good, Drummer. Virgil's entering your sector now. Best thing you can do is hurry up and finish the search so we can get out of here.
We need that medbay crystal though. And that might be in that loot. That might be in that loot. I'm sorry. But, you know, you're not dead. And we need the oxygen. And that might keep other people alive. So, tough choices that we have to make as EXO.
I've made a lot of tough calls. Prioritizing supplies over Rayan's leg was one of the toughest. It was also right.
It was the right choice. You know, tough calls, you have to be willing to make the decisions as EXO, and we made the right decision there. Okay, so let's go into the quarters, and hopefully this crystal that we need is in there, because we haven't been able to find one anywhere else. Like, the crew's quarters should have a communication array, right? And then we should be able to get a communication across. We have found some pretty good stuff though, but not a crystal as of yet. Not as yet. Okay, in we go. I mean, it already looks like the handprint's just on there, and you could have just, you know...
Let's see what these UNN big shots
Those
can
big enough
sell.
marks on it, you could have literally just put dirt on it and it would have recognized. But the handprint was literally already
Mr.
there.
Morozov for surgery. Thanks to your steady hand, the incision is well cauterized.
Will he be alright?
Minimal vacuum exposure and blood loss. He's a very lucky man.
Thanks, Virgil. Glad you were here.
And he could have been killed with exploding the crate if we'd have exploded the crate as well, or, you know, dragged off into space with it if we were opening an airlock, so I think it was the right call.
Certainly didn't give up the ship without a fight.
Okay. We've got plenty of extra rooms to go look for a laser crystal. Europa's Bane of NG Shana. I mean, he wrote it pretty handily with his own blood without a head. That's quite impressive. Considering his head was chopped off and he couldn't see or think, he did a pretty good job of writing with his own blood. I must admit. I would not be able to do that.
Even with the skeleton crew, the UNN would have massively outnumbered the pirates. And still, the pirates cut right through them.
I mean, if the ship's been ripped apart, you know, lots of people, yes. Always check the ceiling for loot. The drawers might have something in. Oh no, the question is, they just literally mentioned about explosives. Ooh, that might have a crystal in it. Or is that a bomb? I don't know, laser crystal, that's the sort of thing that might have a laser crystal in it. Hello? Why can't I float? Why does my float button not work? That's interesting. Okay, cigars.
Khan, I have something for you. It's a surprise.
The biggest surprise would be 10 uninterrupted minutes without your voice in my ear telling me how to do my job. Can you give me that?
Nope.
You know, one of these nights I'm going to sneak into your quarters and smother you to death with your pillow.
Tell Arlen before you do. I bet that shithead would love to watch.
Probably.
You know what? Forget about the surprise.
Already forgotten.
Wow. So that's the way that we need to go. I mean, I'll still give you the cigar.
What's a UNN escort ship doing alone out here? There's nothing to escort.
Besides the pirates, there's no signs of ships in the vicinity.
So they must have been traveling alone. Interesting.
What would bring a ship so far from Earth?
Something valuable that the pirates couldn't find, but you will.
Yeah, I'll definitely find the loot.
They torched all their data. Standard up, but unfortunate for us.
I'm so glad they torched the drives. Still no side of this crisp. It's got to be in the main room, right? It's going to be in the main room. Okay, so there's a terminal, there's another corpse.
This is Christian Avasarala, Deputy Undersecretary for Peace Operations. I am denying your request for additional support against Belter hostiles. Captain, you lead a well-armed battleship against a single pirate frigate. You outnumber them 5 to 1. I don't give half a fuck what ghost stories you have heard about this Captain Tucson. Do your fucking job, or you can hand me your bars directly when you return to Earth to do whatever disgraced soldiers do after they have been retired. Regards, Christian Avasarala.
And he dies because of that.
Found the captain. Well, most of him.
Fucking savages.
He's got to have some good loot, right? Okay, his captain's...
Looks like a personal key card.
Key cards?
I should find wherever it opens.
Found a
His
key card on the
personal
captain. Not sure what it's for, though.
Check his room? Maybe he has a safe somewhere that pirate scanners wouldn't have picked up.
This one didn't see any other way out.
I mean, he also lost his head, to be fair. Taxidermy.
I've heard some Earthers find it therapeutic to fly with something that reminds them of life at home. Plants, soil, stuffed animal carcasses.
Hey, Cap, you need any dead animals for your desk?
Why the fuck would I? Probably still has rabies.
Come on, you're an Earther. You don't want a memento of Earth and its weird mammals?
Do I seem like I missed that shit planet? I've been out here for so long I wouldn't know a ferret if it bit me on the ass.
I'll just leave it here.
I mean, you know, he might have wanted a rat. Okay, I mean, storage boxes? Something behind one of these
Earthers
pictures,
like
surely.
to visit the parts of their planet that they haven't destroyed yet. I'm no art snob, but I don't think most paintings are done on iron.
Okay, that's where we're welding.
There you are.
Or blowtorching, whatever. We haven't found this crystal. We need to find this crystal, and it's looking concerning that we're not gonna. Maybe it won't be on this ship. Maybe we'll find it somewhere else.
Maybe something good on here. Or maybe a lot of dick pics. Guess we'll see.
He
Cap,
did the
found
browse to
something that
that.
could be something. Transmitting now.
Like, why would you keep your dick pics in a safe? That's a lot of dick pics.
Load up the crew and head back. I'll see if there's any gold in this shit pile.
Look, he seems a bit eager about the lot of dick pics. We didn't find a crystal, concerningly. I'm sure that won't come and bite us in the ass. There'll be other opportunities, right? I think we were pretty thorough in checking that as well. Like, maybe it's in the loot that could have got jettisoned, you know? It might be in that.
Drummer?
Yeah, boss man.
Khan's picking up a short in the fusion coupling. She needs you to take a look.
Now? Is that necessary?
It is, if you want to put this wreck behind us.
I'm on it.
Communications crystal. Maybe I should have looked for something on the outside that looked like a communications array. That would have been smart. But we could still take it off our own ship, perhaps. Perhaps. Okay, that's a weapon. I mean, laser weapon.
You'd think with a name like Artemis, we'd eventually hit our target.
Nope. Laser weapon? I mean, you know, taking a crystal out of that. We've got other guns, right?
Despite Khan's nickname, this cannon hasn't killed anything yet. It did break up some pretty large debris, though.
Okay. It's all the way over there, that's... Or is it? That's the thruster, okay. I mean... It's just the... It is just the spray, right? I should have looked along the outside for a communications array. That would have been smart. Okay, take the ladder down. Or do we need to take the ladder down? Just fly.
This is Drummer. Preparing to access the fusion coupling. Stand by.
This is a dangerous place to be flying, you know, when it goes to space. Speed up. Should we be concerned about that?
Maya. Maya. The volcano. You have to see this. Maya? Is everything...
They were trying to kill you! Or he was trying to kill you. Oh, this is why we bridge him. Because he was trying to put us in the literal exhaust fumes when it got mixed up. Shit. Okay. He tried to kill us. He definitely tried to murder us. He 100% tried to murder us here. We're not dying to that. I'm literally just saying how stupid and dangerous this would be if it went to warp at this time. You know, with the engines turned on whilst we're literally heading the exhaust. It was kind of stupid. Like, you don't want to be on the outside of the ship when it's going to high speeds and also in the literal exhaust.
Cox.
We're equal partners in this! Are we? You literally just tried to kill me. Didn't know that was going to happen, but... Yeah, literally, you were just saying that and then it happens.
This is the way.
What's he telling? Death is part of the pact? Yeah.
That. Death is part of the pact we make when we venture into the belt.
I mean, you literally just
Drummer was
murdered
one tough
someone.
bitch. With her past, I figured she would survive anything.
Including you
But
turning
none
the
of us
engines
is
on her.
immune to the realities of life out
What's he telling them? You know, what's he claiming happened to
I know
us?
Kamina Drummer. And she wouldn't want us wasting our oxygen on mourning. She'd tell us to get off our asses and get to work. That's the Drummer I know. She'd be looking ahead to the next score, the next burn.
That's right, boss man. I keep my eyes forward. But that makes it a lot harder to watch my back. It's over. You're fucked, Pampa.
How the hell did you...
Sabakawala tried to torch me. Lured me down to the thrusters, hit the engine, play it off like it was an accident. I bet he was up in the bridge alone before coming down here, yeah?
So what? I was setting new coordinates. How was I supposed to know you were on the
Because
hull?
you told us to go there, and you know, like, immediately...
Why don't we pull up the radio logs from the server? Shouldn't take long.
Now I understand. Y'all see what's happening? Drummer's making her move. I always wondered when she would.
Why did you do it?
I mean, they respect
Was there
me.
something on that drive I found?
Can you believe this bullshit? You've been planning this since you first stepped on board this ship, haven't you? Mutinous bitch.
They trust me.
Who do you believe? Me? Or the man who has made promise after promise with no payoff?
Arlen, Rayan, take her down to the brig. She's gonna pay for this traitorous bullshit.
Nah, they trust me.
Do it!
Maybe he right, Drama. You can be pretty rough on your crew sometimes.
You deserve it.
But Beltalowda ain't nothing if we sell each other out to Inyas. Nah. I don't think so, Pampa.
Yeah, Poppy.
Damn skinnies. I should have known. Everybody stay where you are. Stand back. This is still my ship.
Why don't you put that gun down, Captain? We're all crew here. We may be scavengers, but we're not criminals. We follow protocol. We solve disputes with words, not violence. That's how we keep our humanity. Give me the gun, Captain. It'll be okay.
She's gonna kill me.
No one is gonna kill you.
Except he was in the airlock at the start of the
Don't be so
game.
sure about that.
Back off. I'm warning you all.
Captain, it'll be okay if you just...
Bullshit. Tell it to the skinnies, not me. You want to see what happens to you when they're in charge of this ship? Maybe we should tell them who you really are.
If you go shooting in a ship like that, you'll make holes in the ship and the oxygen will all leak out.
Fuck.
At least it hits someone and not a hole in the ship. But still, you know, now the grandma's injured.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Virgil, this is not your fault, but we need you now.
What happened to do no harm, asshole?
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Good. I'll man the bridge while you sort out this shit show.
Just don't touch anything! I'll be right there! As soon as Dr. Dipshit here is finished.
I did everything for you, drummer. I could have turned you over to Dawes 100 times, but I didn't, because we made a deal.
Our deal is dead.
Yeah, you tried to kill me, the deal's over. No way.
Oh no. Don't you fucking dare. Don't you dare.
Take him to the airlock.
Oh, no. No, drummer. No, let me go. Drummer, no. Please, drummer, no.
Nah, we gotta get some answers before, you know. It's just in the airlock to interrogate him. Scare him a bit. You know, we got that reputation.
Listen, come on.
Now give me answers. Why you want to kill me?
Listen to me, damn it. Drummer, listen to me. The coordinates on that data drive, they're for the MK core. You've never heard of it, that's exactly my point. Look, you were right, okay? They did try and take you out. I've heard how you ungrateful fucks all talk about me. Why should I let you cash in now? But really, I wanted the profits for myself.
Yeah, so you'd have killed the whole crew.
Because this score, drummer, this is the greatest score any scavenger has ever come across.
How could you possibly know that?
I've been at this a long time. When there's a treasure this big, I make it my business to know about it. Look, when you find what's at the other end of those coordinates, the whole system will be on your ass. You'll need me if you want any chance of unloading it. I'm a bastard, okay? I know. But I'm not crazy. Throw me in the brig. You'll be glad I'm still here when the time comes.
You'll betray us again.
Listen to me, damn it.
You betray us once, you'll betray us again.
Listen to me.
Literally. No more talk? Nothing else to say? Tempting. This will probably come back to kick us in the ass, because he's betrayed us once, he will betray us again. This is a terrible idea. But I think we have to save him. Also, hello Kendall Lindsay, how are you? Yeah, not too bad. How's your day going? I'm gonna save him, even though he will probably betray us later. We might be able to prevent that still.
Fuck, drummer.
Of course he'll remember that, because he's alive to remember that. We killed him. He would not remember anything. Good to hear you're having a good day.
What now?
Thank you, thank you. Okay, what's going on now? We need to find this crystal for the med bay, which sucks. But hopefully that wasn't our only chance to find that.
We've been locked. Cox forgot to hide our drive signature.
If you're asking about selling your stuff, no. You know,
Captain?
just coming straight in. Oh, can I sell you services? I don't even follow. No, and someone's already done that, and I told them off. So no.
What are your orders? Captain Drummer, what are your orders?
Okay, so we are captain now. I'm captain now. Let's get out of here. Next time on The Expanse, the Telltale series. Okay, so this is an episodic game. That was episode 1 of 5, and like I said, episode 3 and 4, not 3 and 4, 4 and 5 are supposed to be very different depending on decisions we make. Probably one whether we save that guy's ass or not, but there's probably more decisions in future episodes that will have big consequences, so I guess we will find out the big consequences as the other episodes unlock. I don't know when they unlock, but we will be back when they do. We're going to watch the credits, you know, or we'll fast forward through them at least, because, you know, it's only fair to show the credits, and then we'll see what other decisions other people have made and how, you know, they work with ours. But yeah, it was fun. I can't help but feel that we missed the crystal for the med bay, and that's kind of important. You know, we might really need that. And I feel like we missed our opportunity. There was probably a heck of a lot that I missed throughout that. But, you know, this is our playthrough, and this is just how we've happened to do it. I'm sure that there will be more things, and, you know, it said reasons to play against things. Okay, 34% of people didn't drink with Cox. I was not going to drink his potentially poisoned whiskey. because that was, you know, suspicious that he had Lucas Aid and we had Dark Rum. Okay, 53% Drummer tried to get Khan to like her. Okay, you know, I'm happy. That seems a good response. Okay, hardly anyone less in Bully. Ryan. Okay, most people broke up the fight. Most people punched Arlen. Yeah, he deserves it. Drummer got the upper hand. Okay, Drummer was easily beaten by Maya. Only 1%. Interesting. So if you fail the quick time event, you win? Interesting. Because we passed the quick time event, and it's that you failed. Drummer got the upper hand before. Oh no! Wait, no, that's 1% were lost. 1% choose to lose. But that could be a big thing, you know. She easily beat us. She'd probably think you'd let us win, and that might be, you know, like negative. But most people 1% failed. Drummer laughed off Maya's prank. Drummer threatened to retaliate from Maya's prank, and Maya didn't prank Drummer at all. So 42% of people didn't go out there and get that. But it shows you on the thing, maybe only because we did the thing. But, you know, it happened. Most people laughed it off when it happened. You know, don't be mean to her. Drummer asked Khan about his past with the pirates. Drummer didn't ask Khan. Drummer didn't talk to Khan about the pirates at all. Okay, so some people didn't even find the stuff. Drummer sacrificed rounds. Hardly anyone sacrificed the leg. Most people are like, we need to save all of him. He's still alive. And we might need the stuff. Drummer told Virgil that shooting was not his fault. Okay, yeah, that seems legit that most people do that. Ooh, a third of people spaced him. Interesting. Nothing about finding the crystal or not, though. So maybe it is in the thing, whether you chop his leg off or not. Maybe it's in that. Maybe I didn't miss it. Who knows? The next episode needs to be downloaded. But it is not available right now, as far as I am aware. So, that is episode 1, and we will be back when episode 2 does come out. It says the next episode needs to be downloaded. I think it just means it's not out yet, because, you know, I've got to press copy, and we should have the whole series. But we will be back when it does come out, and we will try to keep everyone alive, mostly. Legs and other limbs, we can't guarantee, but we'll try and keep people alive. Maybe. And I'll be back on Friday with something else. Have a nice rest of your week until then. I'll catch you all again soon. Bye bye.